I put a loaded Beretta 9mm to my temple and I pulled the trigger. Due to a manufacturing defect in the ammunition is the reason I'm alive on that one.
Sergeant Jonathan Lebecki says that was just the first of several suicide attempts following a tour in Iraq with the North Carolina National Guard in 2006. It wasn't until 2013 that an intern at the VA hospital where he was being treated for PTSD slipped him a note that changed the course of his life.
I walk outside, I unfold it, and it says Google MDMA PTSD. And I did, and I found MAPS.
MAPS, the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies, is a nonprofit research group studying the use of MDMA, more commonly associated with the club drug Molly or ecstasy, to treat severe PTSD. MAPS recently completed a successful Phase 3 clinical trial. Lebecki participated in an earlier Phase 2 trial.
I didn't think it would work because nothing else had. And then miraculously, it does.
The positive data from the last Phase 3 MDMA trial, I think, is the biggest thing to happen in the field of PTSD since the field of PTSD became a field.
Dr. Rachel Yehuda, the director of a newly formed Center for Psychedelic Research at Mount Sinai, says clinical trials will also be conducted there later this year.
So much of what is therapeutic and healing involves not only ingesting a psychedelic, but also having a psychological and psychotherapeutic process.
Participating in an MDMA session means hours of therapy work just preparing for the experience. During a session, 2 therapists are in the room for as long as 8 hours, guiding the participant through a range of emotions and thoughts. After a few sessions, studies have shown many participants no longer have PTSD.
You're in this warm, fuzzy place. You trust everyone around you. And everything's okay. And your body doesn't betray you when you talk about traumatic events and traumatic things in your life.
But therapists caution this can't be replicated at home with the street version of the drug.
It is MDMA-assisted therapy. It's not MDMA alone, that the therapy, too, is, a crucial component of it.
What is currently available to treat PTSD is ketamine, another once thought of club drug, now FDA approved.
I suffer from PTSD, OCD, anxiety, and depression.
43-year-old Robert Petrosky says that treatment helped him at first.
It was one of the best experiences I had in my life in regards to mental healing.
But at $600 a session, it was too expensive, and the effects eventually wore off. Petrosky hopes psychedelic therapy like MDMA could help him, because right now, life is a struggle.
I'm being tortured every day, all day, by myself. It's kind of hopeless, a hopeless, sinking feeling.
The biggest thing that this data and these results should do is give everyone suffering with PTSD hope. Don't do something permanent like I tried to. Please wait for this to be available.
For people like Robert who may want to take part in a clinical trial, they're happening all over the country, including at MAPS. You can find more information at maps.org. And Shep, Wall Street is also taking note of all of this research news. Several startups have already gone public, raising billions, and investors are excited. They hope psychedelic therapeutics could be as lucrative as the cannabis industry. Shep?
And then I guess if it gets approved, insurance could pay for it.
Right, because it theoretically is very expensive until that happens.
Yeah, no doubt. Valerie, thanks so much.